So we got something in the mail, and I'm gonna open it with you all. This is a tariff bill. I'm a little scared to open it, but let's see how much we owe. Oh my gosh. We owe $294. I don't even know if it costs that much. We ordered a piece of equipment or a part for my husband's dirt bike from Canada. They've already delivered it. And then now we got sent a bill because of the tariffs.
All right, low-key freaking out. I'm sure TikTok can help me. So I ordered a bunch of dresses from ASOS. And I got this. $1,243.
I'm just low-key not freaking out. You get what you voted for, honey. I hope they charged your card. I hope you didn't have a choice to not pay that invoice. And you get to keep those dresses that you kind of liked and kind of didn't like. Let's go taco. F around and find out. The find out phase is always the worst. For some people. The others saw it coming.
Okay, wait. Tell me this is not real. Tell me this is not real. I just last week purchased a piece, like a lace dress off of Hannah Schoenberg's brand Araki. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I know that it ships from Sweden. So I checked like the duties and the taxes due to what's going on right now. The dress was like almost $300. I think I paid maybe I did pay $300, but it was around that price point. Look at this email I just got. Prepare yourselves. UPS. You are kidding. You're kidding me. You can now pay for your GIMP AB package, which is from Araki, Hannah Schoenberg's brand. The total amount due, $539. I wouldn't even pay that on like a designer bag. I would not even pay that on a designer bag, let alone a lace dress that was like $300. I'm like, I'm gonna refuse the package. Like I don't need that dress that bad. Like it's definitely not worth, close to $1,000, that's for sure.
Stop calling them tariffs. These aren't tariffs. This is the Doge tax, the MAGA tax, the deportation tax. This is $600 billion that 300 million tax-paying Americans have to flip the bill for. Racism does not get any more expensive than that. Oh, but I'm sure Donna will make sure that it does, in fact, get more expensive.
Hello guys, welcome back to this platform. Now I'm hoping that you're doing well wherever you're watching me from. Now these videos that I've just brought here for you is of MAGA supporters, and they supported Mr. Donald Trump, but right now things are not the way they thought it was going to be. And I want us to watch their frustration and then come back here for a quick discussion of the same. Let's rock in and unpack what we have. Do subscribe, like our videos, and share our content. We greatly appreciate.
Don't mind my appearance. I have no skincare and makeup on. Y'all, why did I wake up to a tariff on one of my packages? And I'm like, and now they've sent me 3 notifications already, and it's only 8:18. I kid you not, I bought this cute little Valentine's Day dress from this Australian boutique, and I bought it like last week. Cool. I spent $25 on shipping. Now it got here. It's currently sitting at DCA, and I have to pay an additional $30. You can keep that shit. Send it right the fuck back.
All right, low-key freaking out. I'm sure TikTok can help me. So I ordered a bunch of dresses from ASOS to try on for my trip, and I ended up keeping one, maybe 2. I keep 2. Anyways, I it's affordable. I think they were under $150. I got my mail today, and I got this, and I open it, and I'm like, it's an invoice for $1,243. What is this? I open it, and it's a list of everything I ordered from ASOS. I would have never ordered from ASOS or anywhere that I know that I would have to be charged for. I'm assuming it's the tariff. Like, isn't that something that should have been like shown at checkout? I had no idea when I checked out. I had no idea. Don't know how I got stuck with the $1,200 bill, which is actually more than my order. So if anybody has any recommendations, been through it, please let me know in the comments, because I do not want to be stuck with a $1,200 ASOS bill when I didn't even like anything that I ordered. This sucks.
The lady that bought those dresses had to pay all those tariffs. Y'all just saw that video, and she is on there acting like she is so surprised. I just had to come on here and comment about it. Okay, so you got a tariff bill after you bought some dresses from ASOS, and you doing a video, you want TikTok to help you. Help you do what? They didn't help you vote. They didn't help you cuss people out when you were saying who you was voting for. They didn't help you do none of that other stuff. What makes you think they go? And when you go to the video and you watch the comments, you read the comments, honey, they are funny. They are hilarious. Okay, they letting her know that that's not a bill from the company. That's a bill from your 47. Yeah. So I don't know. She messed around and found out real quick. And it I try not to laugh at people like that, but that's kind of funny, because now you on TikTok, you want us to help you do what? We can't help you do nothing, because we tried to tell you, but y'all believed it when they were saying that the company that's selling the stuff is the one that's paying that tariff. No. That company isn't paying that tariff. You charge 125% tariffs to somebody. They just gonna charge that to the people buying it from them. And then when they sell it to you, your price goes up 125%. Yeah. So you're gonna get that back. What you put out, that vote, you get back. You messed around, found out. Y'all go find that video. I'll see if I can't tag it or something.
Well, shit is definitely about to get real, because I just got my first tariff invoice in the mail, and I didn't even technically order these products. So I'm a UGC creator, so brands are sending me products all the time so that I can make content for them to post. It's literally just the things that I need so that I can do my job for them. And this particular brand is based out of France, and they sent me a package of some collagen powder, and this package was valued at $32.78. And the tariff rate when they sent the package was 6.3%, meaning I owed $2.08 in tariffs on this package, which, okay, that's not that much. It's a relatively cheap package. But the brokerage fee that they're charging me on top of that is $14, meaning I owe $16.08, which is half the value of the package that they sent me. Additionally, I did not open this up soon enough, so I actually owe a 10% late fee on top of that. But I still feel like I'm getting off pretty lucky, because like I said, when they sent me this package, the tariff rate was only 6.3%, okay? And now on a package coming from France, it's 20%.
Have you guys seen that Trump supporter who bought all those dresses from ASOS? Now, I don't know what ASOS is. I'm not into that. I'm more of a Sonoma off the rack kind of guy. But ASOS is apparently a company in London, and this woman who voted for Donald Trump, people found her voting records and showed that she had voted for Donald Trump. And she bought these dresses from ASOS, and she received a bill for $1,200 in tariffs. And she's like, had I known that, there's no way I would have purchased these dresses from ASOS and that they were going to charge me all this. ASOS is not charging you the extra $1,200. Donald Trump, the person you picked, the person you voted for, the rat bastard you elected, charged you that $1,200. Where do you think all these billions and billions and billions of dollars were going to come from in the form of taxes? They are coming from your pocket and from mine. That's what tariffs are. We've said it until we are blue in the face. Tariffs are not paid for by the country that is selling the United States the import. The company importing the product pays the tariffs. And by pay, that's a loose term. They are going to pass that charge, that cost onto the consumer. So you bought product from ASOS, a company outside of the United States, and you voted for a president who is deterring people from purchasing products from outside the United States. And you're surprised, you're caught off guard, you're upset that you got a bill for $1,200 from that company because they had to pay additional money for the tariffs? Sucks to be you. Fuck around and find out. That is the definition. That is the drum I will continue to beat for the next 4 years while Donald Trump is in office or alive. But if he is still alive and his heart is still beating, I will still be beating that drum because you paid $1,200 because of that orange sack of shit. Not because of ASOS, not because of London, not because of the UK, but because of Donald Trump's tariffs. That's why you paid $1,200. So you voted for it. I'm glad you're getting everything you voted for. Fuck around and find out, my friend.
So it looks like I'm not going to be ordering from Amazon.com anymore. You know why? Because those tariffs that Donald Trump imposed on everybody. So now the shipping is like $80. So we got online to order us a new vanity desk, of course. I said I'm selling my old one, trying to get me a new one. So the vanity desk was online on Amazon for $129.99. We got ready to order it. It jumped all the way up to $224. We're trying to figure out why. So we checked it, and it said the tariffs or the taxes for shipping was $79.99. There ain't no way. So of course we said, cancel that order. We clicked cancel because we paid for it, and then we said cancel it because that's crazy. $129.99, and then it went up to $224. I think if I'm calculating it right, because I wasn't the one buying it. But yeah, he was like, cancel. So yeah. We ain't gonna be ordering off of Amazon no more. We ain't gonna be ordering off of Temu Shein and nowhere else, okay?
Hello, welcome back again. And watching this video, of MAGA supporters and seeing them express their frustration, I do feel, that disappointment that they feel in their hearts. And I would say that these are individuals who place their trust in promises of economic relief, stability, and prosperity, only to find that themselves struggling with rising costs of living and the prices hiking, and this is due to Trump's trade wars. I can see that frustration, and I know they didn't expect this. Of course, they thought Trump is one of us, and Trump is going to make things better. Trump is going to make America great. But to their surprise, it's the opposite of what they thought. And so when you vote for someone, especially a leader who promises to put America first, you expect that the leadership to translate into tangible improvements in your daily life, of which most of the time it's not that way. These leaders do speak a lot, by the way, before they get into power. They do tell citizens a lot just to win their hearts. One thing I know that citizens never know, and maybe most of the citizens never know, is that these leaders know how to play their tricks, and they know how to win power back. They know how to win your attention, how to win your trust. And so they will come with a lot of stuff, and put them in your mind. You keep on thinking about them, and saying maybe things will be better. Maybe this time he's a little bit different. That time, maybe he didn't had enough time to deliver what he promised. Maybe he never had enough resources to deliver. Let's give him a second chance to complete whatever he promised. But most of the cases, it's not that way. He will come. He came once, and then he comes to the second term. Of course, it's done for him. What he wanted are the 2 terms, and he's won your trust, and so he gets back to power, and still leave you the way you were before he got into power. And I guess this is the same case with these MAGA supporters. They really trusted Trump. They really believed that Trump was going to make it better. Trump was going to transform America and make it, great, as he had outlined in his, theme for the campaign. But one thing that I know people should keep, people should take note of is that when he means America great, it means that he really puts America to the forefront. America and not Americans. That those are 2 different things. We have Americans and we have America. America as a country and Americans as citizens. And so if he means oppressing the Americans just to make America great, he'll stop at nothing at doing that. He will do that. And that's why you see, just for that, for him to get that title of America is great, America can never, tolerate other nations. That's why he's cutting off ties with these countries without remembering that also the Americans depend on these other countries. They need a market for their products for their produce from the farms. They also need some products from those other countries. But for him, what is in his heart is to make America great. So I told you, if means breaking that common American to make America great, he will stop at nothing. And that's why you see a lot of MAGA supporters are very disappointed. They never, outlined this difference between the two, between the 2 words, America and Americans. But see at what black people looked at. They really championed for Americans first. And that's why they really wanted Democrats to get into power. You see, if, and I'm saying if, Kamala Harris could have won, then things might be a little bit different than they are right now. People are crying, people are losing jobs, some are getting deported, some of whom their friends, their relatives voted that government in. They never thought that, but of course I think they knew, because Trump really outlined it before he got into power and said that he was going to deport, he was going to carry out a mass deportation. So I really think they really knew what they wanted, but they forgot that if immigrants are are deported, if one of their relative is one of those immigrants who was going to be deported, they never thought of that. They only cared about themselves and the welfare of their friends. But it turns out differently. They got, affected by the same situation. And that's why you're seeing most of them crying. It is okay to cry, of course. They made a mistake. And I believe they are going to learn through that mistake. And maybe, I'm just saying maybe, in the coming election, they will unite with black people and vote for the best government. These are my honest remarks concerning this. I don't know what you think about this, but do share your comments and thoughts in the comment section. I'll be here so that we can have an engaging, conversation where we get to learn from each other. I've been your presenter today, Shadrach, and if this was your first time in this platform, please do subscribe to our channel. And thank you so much, by the way, for tuning in. Thank you so much for showing up and supporting us. Do like our videos, share our content. We're going to greatly appreciate. I'm really hoping to be seeing you in my next video, but for now, let's wait. Goodbye, my people.